Welcome back. This week we're going to use caveman tools to make that $60 Mustang shifter fit onto Chevy parts. Why are we going to do it? They say it can't be done. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it fit. I'm not even going to use a hammer. At least I don't plan on using a hammer. Stay tuned. Welcome back to an exciting episode. Tonight we're just going to do something quick, simple, and easy. It's been over a month since I've touched this sucker. I feel better now. Was that weird? So this evening all I'm planning on doing here is messing with this Mustang shifter. So you've seen me drop a couple hints. I got a stupid, cheap, China-made short throw shifter for a Mustang. I think it was 60 bucks. This isn't even an eBay piece. I got this off of Facebook Marketplace. I was hoping to find something used and crusty off of a Camaro or something. And instead I found something brand new, cheaper than Camaro stuff. For some odd reason, the Camaro transmission, it's a T5, but the Camaro T5, the Chevy ones, they want a bunch of money for the shifters. Mustang shifters, a dime a dozen. I don't get it. But who cares? I found a way to make it work. Here you can see the main difference between the two transmissions. Look at the size of the mounting plates. There you go. Mustang on the left, Mustang over here, and Chevy over here. You see the difference? Right here. That's the main difference. You see, underneath, they're the same, except for the size of this pad. You can see this sucker shifts. This is like a UPS truck. Look at this. It's huge. Look at that. That's all it takes right there. Boom, boom. As opposed to up here where it was like this. The short throw shifter is more than just the short shifter arm. The pivot point is up here, as opposed to pivot point being all the way down here. With the pivot point clear down here, you don't get a whole lot of leverage. When you move it all the way up here, you get all kinds of leverage, and you get a small amount of movement up here, moves the shifter ball considerably. That's the real short throw shifter. Otherwise, you could just cut this down, thread it, put your fancy shifter on here, and call it a short throw. This tail shaft is the Camaro piece. But if you remember, we put an S10 tail shaft on it. The tail shaft houses the overdrive gear. So I got a better location for the shifter. It moved it forward from here to here. And that put it in a much better location in the car. So this is actually just a leftover piece. I'm going to use it so I'm not sitting inside that cramped, smelly, no interior car. I can't do that right now. My back hurts too much. We're going to mock it up out here, and then it'll go in there. These mounting bolt holes do not line up. So what I actually have to do, let's see here. That is about 3/4 of a hole off. Somewhere between half and 3/4. Because of that, that will not thread in. So what I need to do, I need to hog these holes out. Hog them out, ream them out, whatever. I couldn't do just one. I've got to do both of them. I've got to split the difference. And that looks like about 1/8 of an inch on either one. I need to ream out these holes and make them out further apart. That way I can actually get into each one of these holes. Once I get that, I'm going to trace this out, cut this off, So yeah, I'll have like a line right here, draw it in the grease, and then I'll just cut all this off. Then I got to figure out exactly where to put these holes, and I'll be golden. Boom. Now the only thing I'm concerned about, and I'll have to look because this might actually be the right angle, is the transmission that's in the car, the Camaro transmission. It has the tail shaft at an angle. So the shifter won't sit like this in the car. It's going to sit like that. I don't know if it's going to be like that, if it's going to be like this. This could be the right angle. And if that's the case, I'm okay with the way that it sits. If it's going to sit like this, I don't want to be shifting sideways like that. I'm going to have to find a way to either heat this up and twist it, or something else. I don't know what else. Maybe I'll have to bend this. But we'll see what happens. You can kind of see why I didn't want to work in here. But this is what you need to see. You can see the little bit, the corner of the base plate where the shifter mounts. Obviously, I need to cut some more sheet metal out. Like right about here to here, down to here, like that. And then I'm going to have to patch all this up. Is this angle right here. What I brought you in here for is sitting like that, like I said earlier. And I dug out my magnetic. I went and I dug out my magnetic base, cheap caveman tool, angle finder. And guess what? The car. And name what the transmission is, the type of bit it is, the unibit, step bit. These are the answer. Not this time. For hogging out these holes for nothing could go. Regular old school drill bits. Ball. I don't want metal shavings getting in there. I need to figure out how to protect this thing. I don't want metal shavings getting in here. Up in here, got a nylon plastic ball. I don't want metal shavings getting in there. I don't want metal shavings getting down in here on the top side of that nylon ball. Sometimes just good old-fashioned painter's tape is the answer. I don't know how I could let that happen. You always need duct tape. I failed. Speaking of fail, some of you have failed to tell your friends to watch this show. That's where you need to share the link. And of course, like it and subscribe and bell icon. And all that good stuff. Take care of it. Make it happen. Now, you can see I got that all taped up. Nothing's getting past there. And the same thing over here on this side. I uncovered here and here. That way I can hog out those holes and not be drilling through the tape. And then double word score, because when I put this on there and I go to trace it with the Sharpie, if I'm tracing on here, I'm not going to be able to see. But if I trace across here, boom, I can see where I need to cut. That is a double word score, right? Now, all shitbox jokes and sloppy mechanics jokes aside, you want to keep this clean, because if you've got metal shavings on here and you put it on the transmission, it's going in your transmission. Can you see the recessed area right around here? Looks like I'm gonna have to go all the way over here, right up to the edge of the casting. Okay, I'm getting sick of this. What do you think? You think that did it? That might have been it. It's gonna be close. But see, now we've entered a different problem now. Yeah. That's all right. I can overcome that. I've got the technology. All it's gonna take is a washer. Crap. Just a little bit more. This is my last drill bit. Don't have anything bigger. A 31/64, which is 1/64 below a ½ inch. So I'm gonna have to waller this out. It's a technical word right there, waller. Now, here's where you have a problem. Stupidity, like hogging out these holes, wallering out the holes, technical terms. This is really soft aluminum. How soft is it? It's that soft. Look at that bite. You gotta be careful. Don't be stupid. Like me. I know you can't see it from where you're standing. I've got both of these in. That means my operation waller out the hole was a success. I'm gonna call that good, you know? It looks like I lied. I said I was using caveman tools today. Sorry. I'm going to use this so I'm exaggerating for effect. Since I wallered out those holes, now it fits like this. I got a little bit of a gap around the side of the bolt. So when I put this on to the actual transmission in the car, I need to make sure I have a gasket in there or some gasket material. That means Cheese Whiz in a can. Josh, don't listen. Josh hates this stuff. But I need to make sure that I seal this up. Otherwise, I will have hot Dextron oil shooting out of the transmission, and Dextron catches fire, and that would get real ugly real quick. If you don't believe me, build a campfire and spray some Dextron oil in there. That's how I found out. Sharpie. Brand new one too. Thanks, guy from work. Clamp that sucker down so it can't get loose from you. Only measured once. That's also aluminum. Good enough. Yes. Nailed it. I need to measure center to center, and then I need to transfer that here to here. But here's the problem. That's not round. This may end up being not round too. I hope not, because I'd like to have it anchored so it can't move. That could kind of screw up a shift, I think. I guess now I have to find a tape measure around here somewhere. This place is a mess. Pro tip. I said I have to measure from center of this hole to center of this hole. That way I can transfer it onto this. What if I told you the bottom of this hole to the bottom of this hole is going to be the same measurement? And it's a lot easier to measure. If you're measuring center, you've got to guesstimate where the center line is. And it's really easy to screw that up. Aha. I've got an idea. Hold that thought. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not painting anything Chevy orange. I'm going to paint this. Then you're going to slap this on there. Now that paint's going to transfer onto this tape. I should be able to see a well-defined hole, and that's going to be my point. And I can even measure it to double check. Thick. Because it just isn't fixed if you don't use a hammer. Actually, what I'm doing here is I've got this torqued down here. Not really torqued, but I've got this tight. A couple ugga-duggas, as they say. Now, if I've got it tight enough to where it's sitting like this, and it's pulled the top of it, or this end of it, off, now I'm smacking it and it's dipping down into the paint. Science. Now I'm going to un-ugga-dugga it. Alright, what do you think? Win or fail? That one's fairly well defined. That one-ish. I can drill this one. And then that was 2 weeks ago. I haven't been back out here since. I've been telling you guys, Julys are crazy for me. This year, July seemed to spill over into August. We're almost done with August now too. You can see that's still sitting there just like it was. Same here, not been drilled out yet. Just in case you think I'm being really super lame, I am. But also, we had an opportunity jump up in front of us. And I had to drive back up to Michigan and buy another travel trailer. Yeah, I know, it's dark, it's hard to see it. We played hell going to get this. We had to leave at 1 o'clock in the morning, drive Cannonball all the way up to Standish, Michigan, in the fog. And we had to drive the sucker back. We left at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I think we got home at, it was almost 7 o'clock in the evening by the time we got home. It's a long day. A whole lot of driving. I think I've got that thing almost ready to go. I do still need to do some polishing and a couple more things I need to add to it. But this weekend, I should be in here working on the Chevette again. Yeah, I know, I've said that before. Hopefully, it's real this time.